Hello, my name is Lucas Chopitea, and I'm going to be bringing a presentation today to you guys about awareness of the oceans. Alright guys, so our oceans are reaching a tipping point where there's no way back from. At least 8 million tons of plastic and trash are thrown into our oceans every year. Every year, more and more trash is thrown into our oceans. And the fishing industry is responsible for most of that trash going into our oceans. It is important to point out that humans could not exist without an ocean. We humans and every living creature in this planet came from the oceans. If you contribute to overfishing, you're directly supporting habitat loss and pollution, and you can help by completely cutting your fish consumption. I'm from an island in Brazil where overfishing was extremely huge, and because of that, the beaches have gotten warmer, and you're not able to go into the beaches because it's bad for your skin and it can give you many diseases. Please allow me to draw you guys awareness to how big the overconsumption of fish is to our oceans, how you can be part of the salvation of our oceans, and what will happen if no action is taken. First, let's talk about how overfishing has a direct impact into our environment. Since 1950, 29% of commercial fish species have collapsed. This is accelerating with more than 75% of fisheries exploited or depleted today. If current trends continue, all commercial populations are expected to collapse by 2048, which is less than 30 years from now. This is why action must be taken now. I'm going to give you guys an illustration of what really is going on. Tuna is one of the biggest types of fisheries being targeted by the fishing industry, and the population of it has been declining since. When fishermen are trying to capture their target fish, for example, if they're trying to capture tuna, they end up getting other fishes in their nets, and they want the tuna. So what ends up happening is that they throw all the other types of fish, including dolphins and sharks sometimes, as bycatch. Bycatch fish end up dead in the ocean, and this is one of the worst types of things you can do to animal life in the oceans. After they're done fishing and killing hundreds of unwanted fish, they simply gather all their nets and materials and just throw them right back into the water, leaving waste that will kill hundreds of thousands of whales and dolphins that just swim by the region. Overfishing is the leading cause for the ocean to get warmer and warmer by the day. Overfishing is also contributing for the ocean water levels to rise. And finally, overfishing is a threat to the oxygen that we breathe, because dolphins and whales generate most of the oxygen we breathe. In other words, the fishing industry is an evil, greedy organization that does not care about the oceans but only money. Think about all the bycatch that they just throw in the ocean, and they kill animals for no reason because they're too lazy to come up with a new way to do it. Think about how they don't care about the place where they work. They work in the oceans and they don't even respect them enough to clean them up and do a good job about it. So they just throw all their trash after they're done in it. We need overfishing to stop so our environment can have an opportunity to heal itself with time. And a solution for this problem is, of course, completely stopping with the consumption of fish. Completely stopping with the consumption of fish would stop the financing of the industries that are exploiting the oceans. For example, if we all take action and stop with the overfishing of certain types of fishes, for example, how it was done in the UK with the codfish, after 15 years, the codfish was able to maintain its population and come back and get out of extinct status. In order for us to do this, we'd all have to unite together and come with have the same opinion on this. And we'd all have to stop consuming fish. I want you guys to think about this. Look into the future 50 years now. If no action is taken into overfishing, our oceans are going to be dead within 50 years. For example, if you kill whales, the whales won't be able to throw substances into the marine life. After that, it will take weeks for the marine life to be done, and after the marine life is done, the whole food chain would just collapse and go into crumbles. Well, if we all stop eating fish right now, we could make a better future for everyone. If we stop eating fish right now, the populations of whales, sharks, and dolphins would have a highly increase, and it would generate into more plants in the ocean because of the substance they release, and then therefore generate more oxygen for all of us. It might be too late for the species of fishes that have disappeared from the face of Earth, but we cannot let this happen to whales and dolphins. This is why I'm calling everyone to do something about it now, and I want people to do an action for this. People need to stop consuming fish so we can have a better tomorrow for our children. Even so, I'm a college student and I am taking part of this. I have stopped consuming fish, even though fish is very cheap and I'm struggling with money sometimes. I have completely stopped the consumption of fish, and I believe everyone can do so. Now that some of you may think you're too small, now I know that some of you may think you're too small to make a change in this multi-billionaire industry. But you just can't forget that revolutions come from just one person. Thank you for listening.